Welcome back, you beautiful people. I just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers that I've got at the moment, and especially from the guys that have been here since day one, leaving comments and loads of support for me. I really appreciate you guys. It's sort of pushed me on to do bigger and better videos, and it's just awesome. It really makes a difference to me, and I really appreciate you. So today's video, we're going to be doing an update on the fish room again, because I've not had a chance to get on video because I'm self-employed and work's been chaos, and we've had a bit of a gap in videos, and I've been doing some different stuff in this place, and loads of my stuff's been moving around. So it's a bit of a fish room vlog again. I know you're probably getting bored of these by now, guys, but you know, just stick with me. We'll do an update this time, and then I'm going to change it up for the next video. By the end of this video, you'll see what I mean. So if you watch to the end, you'll know exactly what we're doing in the next video, and it's going to be a bit of a crazy one. So yeah, it's crazy for me anyway. But yeah, stick around, guys. It's going to be an awesome one. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys that have subscribed to my channel, and all the comments just mean so much to me. So thank you very much. So we'll move on. Let's go. So then, guys, if you are subscribed, you'll know this tank. It's Ghost and Phantom's tank. As always, these guys are always bouncing around and looking fun and healthy. I've been feeding them probably about, I don't know, 3 times a week on prawns, shrimp and all that type of thing now. So you might also notice I've actually escaped this tank now. I took out the Milawi cichlids, so I've got them in the big tank. Well, a 200 litre tank, just holding for now. I'm hoping to get a 4-foot Milawi tank going at some point. So they're just in a real basic setup for now, and I haven't took them out because of aggression and all that type of thing. I've just got to the point now where the Oscars are getting a little bit too big to have all the Malawis in there with them. So I've still got the shark. This is Bruce, the bala shark. He will be going eventually. As again, you guys that are subscribed will know that, you know, the story through Bruce. And why he needs to go. We're just waiting for my friend's tank to be done, and then because it was in a group of 5 bala sharks, but Bruce is the biggest one. He just didn't have space for him in his other tank, so I told him I'd keep hold of him until his tank were done. He has scraped himself quite badly on a piece of wood. So I've put medication in this water. I'm keeping a close eye on him. He darted across the tank for an unknown reason and literally caught himself on that piece of wood there, which is sticking out quite a bit, and managed to catch himself on it. So I'm just keeping a close eye. He's knocked a couple of scales off, but he seems okay in himself. Obviously, you know, I'll keep an eye on him, make sure he's not going to get into ill health or anything like that. As far as the Oscars are concerned, it's just Dumb and Dumber basically. These guys are absolutely awesome. I got these guys when they were really small, as most of you'll know, and they're getting a nice size on them now. So this one's Ghost, if you're not subscribed, and this one's Phantom. They're always on the channel. These guys are like my mascots, and I got them for Father's Day about a year ago now, and they're just like my water puppies basically. Also in this tank, we've got the Ghost knife fish in here now. It's about 4 or 5 inch. And I think we might just get a shot of this Hoplo catfish if I can get him quickly, because he likes to hide quite a bit. Maybe not. It's a little bit too dark in there. Let's try to get a light on. No, it's just going to reflect off the glass. I've got a Hoplo catfish in here as well, and he's about 6 inches in length. But he really doesn't like to be on camera. You can just see him there. Look, got him. So yeah, he's pretty awesome. He just hides in all the rocks and the caves. I built some caves a while back at work. So these are my custom-made pleco caves made out of Welsh slate. And there's one just at the back there. They're pretty hidden up, but you might just get a side shot here. Yeah, just did them out of sort of marine silicone and Welsh slate that we're using on a job. So I made them up myself. But yeah, it's looking awesome planted. I mean, if you stand back, the tank looks tiny. The fish look tiny in there. But obviously they are really big fish. You know, like you get upside of Ghost here, and it's sort of like 9 inch long by about 4 inch tall, and then there's Ghost that's same. They're just absolutely massive. When you come back, they've just got loads of room, and these guys can just sort of drive, fly about in this tank. So moving on anyway, guys. Most of you guys might have seen this tank. It's my partner's betta tank. There's no fish in there at the moment. We've been having a real hard time cycling this tank at the moment. We've been using their fluval cycle and all sorts, and it's not having it. So we're literally doing like 80% water changes every day. So we've took the fish out into another holding tank. We're going to ghost feed this tank. If you do want to see the build video on this tank, by the way, and any sort of specs, I do have a video on my channel that you can go and check out. And just, yeah, it's a pretty awesome tank. It's a shame we couldn't get it to cycle fish in, but the ammonia were getting too high, the nitrates were getting too high, and it was starting to affect the fish. So we decided to pull the fish out now and do a fish out cycle. And we're just going to ghost feed it over the next couple of weeks and just keep an eye on water parameters and just let the ammonia go through roof. Now there's no fish in there or livestock, there's only plants and a bit of wood in there. So we're just going to let the ammonia build, let the nitrate start, and just let it cycle on its own. We can't really, with it being, you can't be doing sort of 80% water changes day in, day out. So we've moved the fish across, got them in a safe tank that is cycled, and this one's just going to be left now until it's sorted itself out a little bit. Moving on to these tanks, you guys will have seen this one now. I've decided to take the top off because I got some water lettuce plants off eBay, and we're having trouble with them going a little bit brown. So I used to have, I have this plastic top that I have on usually, and what's been happening because of water temperature, it's been evaporating the water onto the lid, and I found out obviously they're not too keen on getting the leaves wet. So what's been happening is condensation's been dripping down onto the top of them and just making the leaves brown. But I've been using API Leaf Zone now for about a week, and if you just sort of look at this one here, they're starting to shoot off a new, you can see a new plant there, and there's one just there. So these guys will spread across, and the idea is instead of having a man-made lid on top, I'm going to use the water lettuce as the top. So I'm going to let it spread out all the way across. I've got it on a low flow, I've just got a sponge filter in the back there. I've just got a little mechanical filter just pushing the water around. And this is the guppy tank that you guys might have seen. I'll just shut this a second because the light's messing me up a bit. So yeah, this is going to be the guppy breeding tank. So we've got the limia perugiae in there. There's 1 male and 3 females. We have got some babies from them. I showed that in the last video. I found them at the bottom, so I'm growing them up in a breeder box that I'll show you in a moment. There's a pair of rams in here as well. I've put them in here because I was running out of room. They might sort of tackle a couple of the guppy babies maybe. I'm not sure how that'll work. But yeah, so we've got the German blue ram pair, which is just there, limia perugiae, which is these, or glitterfish they're known as in Germany, and then we've got I think 9 female blacktail guppies, and then there's 3 snakeskin dumbo males, which is these guys, which can never get on camera because they're so active and flying around all over the place. And as soon as I go near the tank, they think food, and all the females come along as well and disturb all my focus. But you can just see them guys there. I'll try and bump up the light a bit because I've got it on really low just to film, but when these guys hit the light, man, they're absolutely awesome. If I can just find one now, there we go. So these guys are just absolutely stunning. Really nice colours. Obviously I can't get focused. Anyone trying to film guppy tanks, is he a knack to it? Do you feed him first, or because every time I put the camera near or my hand near, they obviously think they're being fed, and then they just go absolutely mental on camera, so I can't get a good shot of him. But yeah, there's a bit of a knack to these guys. So that's the guppy tank, obviously planted 150 litres, all sorts of different plants in there, and they just look cool. So yeah, I've just got this small tank here. This is a holding tank for my partner's fish. So there's the betta. This is just full of snails, but it is cycled. There's a corydoras in here. So all my partner's fish are just camping in this tank for a little while until they get the tank cycled up again, and then they'll move back across. But they're all doing awesome. So then my other tank that my partner's got is just this little one here. and it's just got one dwarf neon rainbow in, which was just sort of lost in when I was selling to the wholesalers, so he just decided to stay. And there is a dwarf frog in here somewhere. I think he likes to hide under the little stone there. She's made like a little bridge for him to go and hide under when he don't want to be around. But yeah, so this is one of the praecots that I bred not so long ago. This one's a male because he's got the red fins, but he's looking awesome, coloured up nicely. Anyway, moving on. So this is the little hatchery that I use most of the time, along with other things. I built this not so long ago. It's just sort of underneath my cupboard. I won't sort of look at this too long because it's not that interesting really, unless you want to breed fish. But I usually hatch out the eggs in this one with some meth blue, which just got an airline in. Then they move on to this one. This one's actually got, if you just see all them black bits, that's there's about 30 corridor eggs in there. And we'll check the mops on camera today, see if we've got any eggs, because we should do, because of the rainstorms we've been having in England. We've been battered quite a bit with the I can't remember what they call it now, storm barrier, whatever, barrier or something like that. And this one's just got a pair of guppies in. You can probably just see them darting around. They don't like it when I take the lid off. Just got some gravel in there, some driftwood sponge filter, and just a couple of guppies there. You can just see it in the centre of the screen. So I won't go around on that one too much. Like I say, it's not very interesting unless you're breeding fish regularly. But if you want to know anything more about this little setup I've got, because it's quite a nice small setup. If you've got somewhere, you know, if you're a bit stuck with space and you want to set up, you know, something like this. Don't worry, I don't brush my fish's teeth. It's to get hair algae out of my tank. So, but yeah, I can talk you through this a little bit more and how I use it, and it's successful. So we'll move on to the next ones. These ones, guys, you'll have to excuse the mess because this is like the bit of a breeding facility type of deal we've got going on here. So as you can see in the back tank, that's 200 litre tank. And we've got some, I think there's 8 Milawi cichlids. You will have seen them on the bigger tank if you subscribe to my channel. I'm not sure what we're going to do with these guys yet. I really love them. They're awesome fish. I don't know whether we should try and skate this tank out for them and just let them be in here, or maybe try and get another tank set up for them. But they're just in there for now. They're all healthy. There's no problems. Obviously there's not enough decor for them. I need to get some well, thinking about maybe going down to the local river, and I might even make a video on it today, just picking out some scape that you can use just from your local streams and rivers. In fact, I will do that. I'll make a video later on today, so there'll be this upload and then hopefully another upload of me traipsing through a river in some wellies to get some rocks and hardscape and things, and I'll show you how to do that for your aquariums, because that's how I do it. I don't go out and spend, you know, £9,000 on the aquariums. You can quite happily go and buy, you know, go and pick up stones and rocks from your local rivers and streams and creeks. You don't have to go to aquascaping shops and spend, you know, £3,000 on a tank. If you haven't got the money to do that, then don't do that. Go and get stones. You can, there's ways of testing rocks and stuff like that. You can use vinegar and things like that. If you look on YouTube, you can find out how to test rocks, and that you will, you know, to make sure they're inert and they're not altering your pH and stuff like that. But if you want to know about stuff like that, videos like that, we can always, if you leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll make videos on, you know, how you can use rocks like that. But yeah, that's the Malawis anyway. Them guys are just in there. We will make the video. I'll go out and get my wellies and we'll take a drive up to the local rivers and stuff, and we'll do that on camera. Might as well do. Source some aquarium products for free. This little tank here, which is absolutely covered in food and brine shrimp, is got I think we've got 6 limia perugiae fry. So that's these guys just at the back, which I'm going to move out today. These guys are going to go over to the planted tank in the living room, where the guppies are, because I think they're at a decent size now and they're pretty fast, so they don't need to be in this little breeder box. And also you can just see we've got the, if I can get a good focus, the pleco babies that we had. Sorry, the light's really crashing out my camera a bit. Try and move it over a little. So we've got some more pleco eggs or another spawn that I didn't catch on camera when I escaped the tank. And then you can just see these are the first batch of the pleco babies. They're all under the wood and on top of it and stuff. This tank really does need a clean, so don't leave that in the comments. I already know. I will give that a clean out today as well. I just haven't had the time to be around the baby fish tanks. Obviously the big tanks you can just throw mountains of food in and they'll eat it, but with the baby fish you've got to be, you know, with a fry you've got to be really on top. It's just a bit of mulm, they'll go through pecking bits of that, and the plecos and things will eat it. So just a little guy there, he's doing really well. These guys are probably ready to start moving up into another tank, you know, one a little bit bigger. And then we'll just move down underneath to the rack. Again, it's covered in everything, and just turn this light down a little bit so we can get a bit of focus on this. Again, we've got the breeding pair of rams in this centre tank here. Just move this lid because it's reflecting a little bit. So the breeding pair of rams just at the back there at the slit. They're usually quite tame, these, for recording. There's one, the girl I think is just here at the front with her demon red eyes. I know that's the male, and then the female's just at the back on the slit. I'm hoping if I keep giving these bloodworms they'll probably spawn again for me. In this tank at the side here, we took the kribenssis out of the big tank as well when we did the milawis. So I've actually just popped the kribenssis in here. I have put some caves in, hopefully they'll spawn, they may not. But there's a big female in this cave, you can just see her peeking out. And I think she's ready to breed at the moment. She's been watching this cave for a couple of days and she's absolutely huge in the belly. She looks like she's going to explode, but we'll just see how that goes. And then we've got the panda corydoras breeding tank just at the side here, and I've just pulled them up because I think we've got some eggs in this, so I'll just have a quick check on camera and see what we've got. Hopefully we've got some eggs in there. So when you're doing your mops, if you just sort of lay them out like this, is the best way, and just do it in sections, so get a small piece. It's difficult to do one-handed, but yeah, should have some eggs in this, I'm pretty sure of it, because I've not checked it for a couple of days now. Oh yeah, there's one just there, look, you can just see. Yeah, there's a couple. There we go. If you just in the centre of the screen there's 2 eggs. One's a little bit darker than the other, so I'm assuming it's either one's viable and or one's not, or maybe one's a little bit older, because sometimes when they've been in the water for a little bit longer they go a little bit darker. There's one just there as well, so there's 3 panda eggs, so they can go into his little breeding system. I'll take you over there now actually, guys. I'll show you the shrimp tank, and then I'll show you how I do the eggs while we've got some on the mops. So the people say you can't sort of keep them out of water, but I've kept them out of water for a while. For the purpose of this video, I'll just drop them in there because I don't know how long I'm going to talk on this next section for. So we'll just keep them in there for now, and I'll pop you over to the shrimp tank. Here we go, guys. So again, I've not had much time with my fish tanks, and it looks like, unfortunately, we have had one that's passed away in the last couple of days, which is a real shame, because this is my first attempt at doing shrimps, or shrimps, of doing any type of shrimp. You know, I didn't think I was doing too bad, but obviously there's something amiss, or the shrimp was old. All the other shrimp look okay. I've sort of let this one go a little bit wild, this tank. So I've got the Java fin, which I'm just going to let it grow mental in here. I've got the swasser tang at the back. I've also bought some guppy grass. I'm just going to let it all grow in. You can see I've also done the same with the water lettuce in this tank. I've removed the top. I'm just going to grow water lettuce. There's some duckweed mixed in there, salvinia and all sorts, but they're looking really healthy, and I'm just going to grow these guys on top and just use that as the lid for this tank again. I did buy this shrimp feeding pipe, but they just won't go to it for some reason. I've tried loads of times. It's more like I use it more for sort of a snail trap than out. But yeah, there's a bit of algae on glass and stuff, but the rest of the shrimp seem okay. There's just one that's sort of died off. Like I say, I'm not sure if there's a problem with this tank. I'm gonna have to do a water test and just check this out, because I've literally just turned the light on to film and seen that. And I've always said I'll be honest with my channel and I'll show you, you know, the ups and downs and when things go wrong. And obviously this is the sort of bad hard side of fish keeping, because fish do die unfortunately, and it's hard because you spend a lot of time with your tanks and you think you're sort of doing it the right way, but then you get a fish that dies and then you're not sure if it were you that's done something, or if they were old age, or if they had, you know, problems already. Like, you know, it's difficult to sort of to judge what's gone on, really. So I mean, that's unfortunate. It's something that I can't change now, so we have to sort of move on and learn by his mistakes. Obviously I'll do a water test today, and just see what's going on with my water quality. I'm assuming with this many plants in this small volume of water, it's got to be something very minor, because the water quality usually stays quite stable when you've got plants in your aquariums. I have got about 4 buried shrimp in here as well, so I think if any were going to die from water quality, it would probably be the buried shrimp, not just that. I think that one's, it looks like it could be a male. So I will do a water test and investigate that further, and hopefully there's nothing amiss, and it would just, you know, unfortunate and, you know, sort of one of them things. But yeah, so I'll leave this here. We'll go and have a look at the we'll do the panda eggs now, and then we'll just see what's going on. Right then guys, this is how I harvest eggs from the mops. If you don't like this kind of stuff, then just skip it a little bit further on and you know, watch the last part of the video, whatever. So I usually just get a bit of the tank water and then I'll squeeze out most of the water. You want to squeeze it firm, but not, obviously not too firm, like you're sort of squashing things. And so you want to get your mops. So just here, I've got too many lights going on, I think. Just knock that back one off. So you want to get your mops, and just look through each section. So start with here. You can just see there's one. Well, there's quite a few. There's 3. There's 1 just here, 2 just there. And then if you just get your water, what you can do is you can just wet your fingers a little bit. If you just get the egg there, roll it onto your finger, so you'll see it like this. You can just see it on my finger there. They're quite sticky, so they won't sort of fall off. And then you can just roll them onto the inside. So you just roll them up onto the inside of the little tub of water. Just roll your fingers together, make sure it's not still there. And then again, just repeat this until you get them all. I won't leave you on this, guys, because it's a bit slow going, but I'll speed it up a bit and then we'll move on. So hopefully if you can see that, guys, we've got, I think, around 15-20 eggs. I've just collected them up into that tank water, and I've just put them on this top of this tank because it's black, but you can just see the eggs there. Sorry about the lights, I'm just using my filming lights to try and show you. So yeah, the eggs will look something like that. Now you can do one or two things with the eggs. You can either put some methylene blue in, which I'm not going to do with this batch. I'm just going to pop them straight into my little breeding box that I've got down there. They'll take a few days to hatch out. Once they hatch out, then if you leave them a couple of days and then just start feeding them up, and then you can sell them to your local fish shop. So I've got the eggs right there. Usually, like I said, put them into this one, but I have had some success with pandas. If you just move on to this step, really, it just need a little bit of a clean out. Just got a bit of cycle filter floss in there, but needs a little bit of a clean out, this water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give it a quick clean out. I won't do that on video, obviously. Just try and separate the eggs from the muck and do a bit of a water change, because these guys that are in here will be nearly hatching soon. They're going really dark, so when they start going black, that's when you know they're nearly ready to hatch. So what I'll do is I'll give this a clean out now and pop the eggs in. So yeah, good little spawn there. We've been having that much wet weather at the moment with the storm that's been here. The pandas have gone absolutely mental spawning, so best thing to do is just do a water change either the day before or when it's actually raining, and more than not you're going to get spawns of pandas, off corydoras, sorry. But yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. Like I say, it's a bit of a long one, this, babbling on about everything that I've been up to and what my tanks are doing. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed it, if you could just leave a like, that'd be awesome. If you're not subscribed, just click the subscribe button. And as always, leave us a comment. I really enjoy replying to the comments and speaking to you guys about fish keeping and things. Thank you very much for all the support from everybody who's been supporting my channel. You guys know who you are. There's a bit too many to list at the moment, but you guys know who you are anyway. I really appreciate it, and I thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video and also to comment and to leave me sort of questions and things like that. I really appreciate that. You're absolutely awesome, every single one of you. So that's going to be the end of this video. Hopefully I'll see you very soon. Like I said, I will get my wellies on and we'll go down to the river. I'll make that video just for you guys. I haven't done it for a little while now. All the stuff that's in Ghost and Phantom's tank, the rocks and everything, they're all from a local river. I will say, if you are going to go out doing all like this, probably after a storm's not a good idea, because the water is going to be real fast and high, and obviously stay safe out there. Don't be doing all crazy in rivers or out like that. And I will say, if you are looking for sort of things for your fish tank, do a bit of research first. We'll have a little chat about that on the next video. So hopefully you guys will subscribe and see me doing something daft in the middle of a river and having a good time outdoors. What else could you want? So stay safe out there, guys. Thank you very much for watching if you watched this far, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.